Good morning and welcome back to a new video here on the channel. For today I really wanted to fly once again my favorite aircraft of all time, the really beautiful Boeing 747. So we are back in the good old reliable Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and we're going to fly this really beautiful Lufthansa 747-8 Intercontinental all the way across the Atlantic back to Frankfurt. Now, normally I really wanted to do the flight in 2024. I also did it, and so for us, the route, we are going to fly from Person International. So departure, arrival, departure. Really now? So we are going to start with the inbound engine number 2 and engine number 3. What? Let's turn off the APU. Hydraulics to auto. I'm not even able to switch direct to Pascals. Yeah, now the autopilot burn said goodbye. The aircraft is not descending anymore. And we just lost 2 engines. Yeah, that has been horrible. So I decided to let's take the Salty and perform the flight again in 2020. Let's hop in the flight deck, get everything ready. Passengers should board in like half an hour. Fuel truck should also be on the way already. And we should get the aircraft started. So we are inside the flight deck of the 747. I really missed it, and this time even with a really nice iPad. Let's get the aircraft started and get everything ready. So battery on, external power 1 and 2 are on. Okay, there we go. Next, IRS to nav, standby power auto, not battery, auto. APU off, battery on, external power on, bus tie all auto, generator on and off, all 4 hydraulics are off, lights set as required. Emergency exit lights armed. Okay, fire extinguisher are all in. Cargo fire is all set, and the starts are all in as well. Fuel panel is set. Anti-ice panel set with no heat on. Washer off. And everything appears. Pure damper off. Set as well. APU bleed on. Let's turn on the navigation lights. We do not need our logo lights yet. Now let's do up here. We need... yeah, it switches. Okay, flight director are off all now. MCP is set. FMC. Let's start. FMC. Position in it. We are standing at Toronto Person International. Charlie Yankee Yankee Zulu. And there we go, GPS position. I'm used to 737. Route. We're going to fly from Toronto Person Charlie Yankee Yankee Zulu. There's the Zulu. To Frankfurt, Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot. flight number for today is Lufthansa 471. Our departure runway 33 right. So, current time 21:49. We have now 30 minutes remaining. Let's get the passengers on board then. So, while we are waiting that everything is completed, we can perform our outside check. I don't know though where my martial art is. Okay, this seems fine to me. Let's head towards nose gear. Nose gear also seems quite good. Good evening. Hey. So, I just finished up the walk around. I'm going to later on contact you with the latest information on the pushback side. Have a nice evening. Okay, 14 tons of fuel remaining. Let's contact the clearance. Lufthansa 471 Heavy with information Charlie requesting IFR clearance to Frankfurt.
Lufthansa 471 Heavy, Toronto delivery. Thanks for information, Charlie. Expect runway 23, Verdo 7 departure, with the Lorca transition, initial climb to 7,000 feet. Squawk 1433.
Expect departure runway 23, Verdo departure with the Lorca transition, initial climb to 7,000, Squawk 1433, Lufthansa 471 Heavy. So, we expect runway 23, so therefore a pushback to the right, then taxi out probably by the apron. Then Alpha Echo onto Bravo, then up to Hotel, and they're holding short. So, we are going to fly up 1,100 feet, and then going to get vectors to Savor, then to Sikit, and then Verdo. From Verdo we fly to Aknop, Alsep, Aknop, and then Lorca. So, refueling completed. Let's turn on the seatbelt signs. With that, passenger signs are set. We now need the MCP set. Therefore, we are going to need to calculate our takeoff performance. So, MCP V2 171, heading of 237 and altitude 7,000 feet. Takeoff speeds V1 138, rotate 151, V2 171. CDU pre-flight completed. Trim. Trim 6 units. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed, and beacon lights will have to wait. Flight director on, and let's start the APU. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. In the name of Lufthansa, I welcome you on board our Boeing 747 en route to Frankfurt. In a couple of minutes we will start our pushback here at the gate and expect an on-time departure out of Toronto. Thank you very much for choosing to fly with us and spend your time with us today, and I wish you a pleasant stay here. Okay, APU available. Let's turn over the APU generator, and let's also turn on the fuel pumps. Big question, do we have fuel in the center tanks? I think I saw that. Yes, we don't have any fuel. Okay. Engine. Still need the beacon lights on, and we can now request the pushback. Lufthansa 471 Heavy at stand 175 requesting pushback and engine start.
Lufthansa 471 Heavy, Toronto ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
Push and start approved, face west, Lufthansa 471 Heavy. So, beacon lights on both sides, and we can contact our ground crew. Cockpit to ground, we have the clearance, we are ready for push and start, facing west.
Saudia 061 Heavy, cross runway 15 left at
Release parking
Sierra.
brakes, please.
Continue
Parking brake released.
runway 15 left at Sierra.
All engines clear.
Continue
Start at
taxi
will.
via Sierra. Alpha.
Okay, let's start with the two inbound engines, starting engine number 2 and engine number 3. Okay, engine 2 and engine 3 stabilized, starting engine number 1 and engine number 4.
Please set parking brakes.
And parking brake set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
And engine 1 and 4 started good. Cockpit ground, we have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Okay, so in the meantime, fleet 1, 2, 3 and 4 on and turning on the packs. Anti-ice all on auto. Hydraulic auto. And we can also turn off the APU. Okay, hand signal received, though he is a little bit faster than we are. Flight control check. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Flight control checks completed. Checklist. Before taxi checklist. Anti-ice. Anti-ice auto. Recall. Recall checked. Auto brake. Auto brake RTO. Flight control check. Ground equipment clear. And APU is off. Checklist completed.
Lufthansa 471 Heavy, runway 23 taxi via Niter, Alpha Mike, Alpha, Hotel.
Okay, and why we do such a nice parallel taxi with the 737 flaps 10. Checklist. Before takeoff, checklist. Flap up. Flaps 10. Not up. Flaps 10. Before takeoff, checklist completed. Tower Lufthansa 471 Heavy, runway 23 right, ready for departure.
Lufthansa 471 Heavy, Toronto Tower, wind 260 at 7, runway 23, cleared for takeoff.
On runway 23.
Runway 23 checked. Engine stabilized. Setting takeoff thrust. Thrust reference Toga.
Toronto Tower, flare 638.
V1.
Runway 23.
Rotate.
Flare 638, Toronto Tower, continue. Roger, flare 638.
Positive radar climb. Gear up. Welcome back. In a couple of minutes we can start our descent towards Frankfurt and expect an on-time arrival there. Let's prepare and set everything up for our descent and hope for the best. Okay, we can request our descent. Lufthansa 471 Heavy, ready for descent.
Lufthansa 471 Heavy, income 1 Alpha, runway 25 left, descend to flight level 240.
Okay, the altitude... that looks interesting, okay. So, we in the meantime can discuss the arrival. Income 1 Alpha. We come in via Incom, flight level 240 to flight level 210. Then we're going to fly to LV, flight level 220 or below, or flight level 170 or above. Next to MGOT, from MGOT to Rammub, where we need to be between flight level 110 and below flight level 130. And then Frankfurt, DF401, flight level 110. And then we're going to fly outbound DF403, DF409, DF410, DF411, DF412, DF413, DF414, DF415, DF416. Then I expect radar vectors with DF426, DF625, and then the ILS. I don't know why, but our instruments are like at 3 FPS.
Langen radar on 127.6.
127.6, Lufthansa 471 Heavy. Langen radar Lufthansa 471 Heavy, flight level 130.
Lufthansa 471 Heavy Langen Radar, QNH1001 expect the ILS runway 25 left with the DF626 transition.
Expect ILS runway 25 left with the DF626 transition, Lufthansa 471 Heavy. And checklist, descent checklist, recall, checked, auto brake level 2, landing data VREF 145, minimum 620, and approach briefing completed. Okay, so we are now going to fly out for 30 more miles and then expect a right hand turn towards the F626, and from there we are going to start 426 and from 626 and from there we are going to start our approach.
Lufthansa 471 Heavy, cleared direct DF626, cross DF626 at or above 4,000 feet, cleared ILS runway 25 left.
Cleared direct DF426, cross DF426 at or above 4,000 feet, cleared for the ILS runway 25 left, Lufthansa 471 Heavy. Approach checklist. Altimeter 1001 set. Checklist completed. Frankfurt Tower, Lufthansa 471 Heavy, inbound ILS runway 25 left. Flaps 5.
Lufthansa 471 Heavy, Frankfurt Tower, wind 225 at 18, runway 25 left, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 25 left, Lufthansa 471 Heavy. In the meantime, radio altimeter alive. seems like we are going to have to do a auto land. I don't see anything for now. Gear down, flap 15. Flap 20. We're not in a 7.3. Oops. And speed down to the final approach speed, +5, 150. So we are allowed to go down to 520.
Too fast! Too fast!
Okay, then we go with 145.
Approaching 25 left.
If Ra says so, I don't know. I have to runway inside. Whoa. I have control.
Unstable! Unstable!
Quite a lot of wind throwing us around, so... Touchdown. Maintain center line. Should have been a go around though.
Lufthansa 471 Heavy. Exit right at Mike 17.
Exit right, Mike 17, Lufthansa 471 Heavy. Ground Lufthansa 471 Heavy, request taxi to company gate.
Lufthansa 471 Heavy. Gate Alpha 28 taxi via Mike 17, Mike 24. Hold short runway 25 center.
Okay, 3 minutes. Let's shut down the 2 outbound engines. Engine number 1 and engine 4. Lights and doors. You cannot tell me that the aircraft fits in here. Okay, let's stop here before we are going inside the building. Parking brake set, shutting on engine number 2 and number 3. I should have turned on the APU gen. Wait, why didn't the APU start? Okay. Thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you had a wonderful flight. I have to look a little bit into, because the 7.4, especially at this place, have a little bit of problems. Other than that, see you hopefully next week. Happy landings. Until then, bye bye.